Good afternoon, good evening, dear people. Good morning. Today we are having a new recipe, and this is going to be ground beef, and the net weight is 1 lb. So I'm gonna remove my ground beef from this pack and empty it into this bowl and try to separate the pieces together, and then we can add the different spices that we have. I have salt, so I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt. I will add 2 teaspoons of garlic, 2 teaspoons of ginger grated, and a quarter white onion cut into small pieces. And I'm gonna have chili powder. Just sprinkle your chili powder as much as you need, and then we're gonna add all these ingredients together. If it is too much to use a spoon, you can use your hands, so long as your hands are clean. And actually I am going to use my hands to mix all this together. Make sure you put enough salt. And the meat actually should be separate. If you have hard ones like this one, make sure you separate them. Make sure your hands are clean. In a separate bowl, I am going to mix my cheese. It's called cream cheese. So I'll need half of my cream cheese. I make sure it's almost it has because it's hard, so I mix it like this. I add dill into this mixture. This is going to be dill weed into my cheese. Mix together. I have something that I like here. It's called the chili sauce. Chili sauce, you mix it here. This one is in place of tomato sauce. If you want, you can add tomato sauce in your mixture. Instead of cheese, you can use yogurt, white yogurt if you have. And you're gonna mix this mixture together. Remember, this is a new recipe we have learned. So mix this together. And then once you have mixed this together, you can rest it. You can rest it there in the bowl. And then you want to bring your baking pan closer, and you want to cut your cabbage into round pieces like this, which I had already cut. On top of this, we sprinkle salt on top of the cabbage like this. And then we're gonna sprinkle chili pepper. If you have black pepper, you can use black pepper. I have chili powder, so this is what I am using. And then you now want to bring your minced meat and form your minced meat like this. Make sure it is actually, a good ball, and then you can flatten it like this. Flatten it like this. It's going to be placed on top of my cabbage, my loud shaped cabbage. Make sure everything has formed together, and just place it on top of your cabbage like this. You can pick another one. First into round balls, and second into flat. You flatten your balls so that you can have something flat like this and loud, and put it on top, place it on top of your cabbage like that. This is a new recipe, guys, and I am glad that we are learning together. And so I have another piece of cabbage here. So if I want, I can just follow the guidelines. I had estimated my meat. I can see I still have more meat. But I think I can use this meat for something else, so I don't have to use this cabbage. So anyway, let's just leave it at that. We have 2 pieces of cabbage. So your cheese mixture or yogurt, you want to spread it on top of your meat here, like this. You can use different kinds of spoons to make sure you spread your mixture well. So I have decided to use what I have. Otherwise, you can invent your own recipe just where you are. You don't have to use, the same exactly product that I have used, provided you just get the idea behind this recipe. So you want to just add your cheese on top like that. And make sure you cover. And then we are going to bake this mixture into 180 degrees for 45 minutes. So your meat should be covered well like that. And then ready to go to the oven. Oven was already on. So I want to serve this meat with something I call round shaped potatoes. So you want to have your potatoes ready like this. It's going to be a complete meal. You add salt into your potatoes. You can add more salt depending with your taste. And then you're gonna mix this together like this. Since I don't have black pepper, I use what I have. I have chili, so I just add a little of that, and I add like 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil into my potatoes. Then you make sure everything has mixed together, and then the final part is to spread your potatoes into the baking tray like this. And we're gonna we're gonna flip to the other side much later, maybe after the first 20 minutes. So I used 3 small potatoes, so we can bring this one here. So this is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing, guys. You know, I told you we are learning together. And so this is ready to go to the oven. And basically this is a whole ready, like meal. Once ready, it is going to be a complete meal. So we're gonna place this into our oven, which is ready. And we will set the time. I will use a manual clock, so it's going to be 45 minutes, but I can set it to 25 so that I can turn my potatoes. So I'll just put 25 like that, 25. Yeah, so that is going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. So that is for that kind of a meal. Now, today, it is the day that, I do different kinds of meat, because I like to prepare food for a week, so that I don't have to continue cooking in the middle of the week. So I want to prepare every meat that I will need for this week. So I had already marinated my chicken breast, and what I want to do is to clear this table and place my things in the trash. And now I will prepare my chicken. So this chicken is chicken breast, and this is just 2 pieces of chicken, and I added lemon juice, salt, chili powder, and rosemary, garlic, rosemary, and lemon herb. So what I need to do is to make sure I smear my chicken breast like that, to make sure all the parts are covered. if you do it this way, all the parts will come out as already marinated. I marinated for 30 minutes. So, and now I want to press my marinated chicken breast into my pan. Okay, so this time, by the way, I am doing something a little bit different. So we are not going to use parchment paper for now. So I am going to change this. I will trash this one. We are actually going to use a grill. So I'm going to place my marinated chicken there, and the juice actually will be emptied in the pan down there. So we can add this mixture on top of our chicken here. Okay, let me bring it a little bit closer for you guys. So this is how it looks like. So I'm basically adding this mixture on top of my breast chicken. So it's going to be baked as well. And then I have the final meat that I want to bake is actually beef. So this is a beef chunk, well, I can call it just beef. You know, it's a different kind of beef. I also marinated it with salt and lemon juice, and I also used beef herb. Beef herb makes it look a little bit dark, you know. And now this is going to be baked together with the chicken. So I'm going to lay it flat here and make sure the juice goes into it like that. Yep. And I'm gonna add something that I like. This is called mayo, and I also have a kind of cheese that is called provolone sliced cheese, and this one goes it goes, you know, it goes to the chicken. So yeah, I love it. It's a way of making sure your chicken is kind of has a skin that is made of cheese that is a little bit crunchy. So here what I do, I add mayo, and mayo basically makes my chicken very soft. So you just add some mayo on top there, like that. Don't have to do too much of it. Just make sure these parts are covered with mayo, and it's a little bit slippery because of the juices. So we're gonna put this one like this. Just smear on top like that. And then I will add 2 slices of Providon cheese on each of the pieces. So just add them like this. Just like that. Ready to go to the oven. So this one, you do it for 425 degrees and you bake for 30 minutes. So for this kind of meats, I also would like to prepare some vegetables for them that goes very well with them, and basically that is going to be something that I also love to cook, and this is called broccoli and carrots, which goes very well with the breast chicken. These foods can be served with any kind of starch that you like. You can do wedges, you can do French fries, you can do baked potatoes, rice, quinoa, any starch that you like. So this is for the vegetables. This is for the vegetables. So we will have one more pot. Alright, so we're gonna add our onions here in the pot. Add some vegetable oil. I have my broccoli here. I want to wash them. Make sure they are clean. Pluck them from the blanch. Remember, we are doing food for 1 week. And this is basically what I like doing, because you will not find all the time to cook every day. So when I cook, I like to cook separate meals, different meals for separate days of the week. I want to keep you a little bit so that I can show you the new recipe that we have done today, cabbage and the ground beef. So we want to see how our meal is going to turn out to be. Usually I like to add salt. Before the vegetables. Okay, so we can actually add our vegetables. I had already cut my carrots before. These ones can go together with broccolis. And then we have some tomato to cut and some zucchini. They like to cut into small pieces. Like this. Okay, then we add everything together like this. Once you just steam a little bit. And then guys, our final meal of the day will be some cabbage that was left after we cut out our huge pieces of cabbage. So this is what remained out of a full cabbage. So I'm going to cut this into small pieces, and this is how I usually do it. So this is something that I have done for many years, frying or steaming cabbage, cutting cabbage into small pieces like this, and then steaming it. there are different ways of cooking your cabbage. So we can also do this. You can also make a salad with your cabbage. Okay, so just cut your cabbage into small pieces like this. Like this. Okay. Small pieces like that. Okay, you can throw the hard parts. You can throw this away into the trash there. Kitchen is clean. Okay, we will need more onion for this cabbage, so you want to cut some onion. This we save for another day. We wash this one. Then we cut it here. Make sure the broccoli's are okay. And because we are just steaming our broccolis, they are ready. So what I do, I just